Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Madsen. Today we're reading Isaiah 36 through 39. When it's time for you to die, will you be ready or regretful to see the Lord face to face? And I thought yesterday's reading was convicting. Sheesh! Wow, that is heavy. So I'm going to not add too much to that because I'd love for you to just sit and meditate on that and ask yourself that question. But I will include a link to a Got Questions article called How Can I Be Prepared to Die? I know this might be really dark for some of you, but I think it's great to think about. And I'll include the advice from today's daily walk. Find the obituary column in your newspaper and pretend for a moment that your name is there. Then talk to God about how you want to spend the rest of your days. That sounds super heavy, but what a great assignment for all of us to do. And the Bible says we should spend more time at funerals than weddings because it makes us think of our own mortality and how we want to be remembered. So this reminds me of one of my favorite stories from when I worked in TV news. Our sports guy was one of the best in the biz. He had made many connections in the local sports world during his tenure at the station. Well, one day he got a call from a former student athlete who shared that his coach had passed away. The sports guy, known as Sully, for those of you in Arkansas, offered his condolences and then put together a heartfelt story on the coach full of video and memories. After the newscast, the coach's daughter called to say how thankful she was for the tribute and how wonderful it was, but that her dad hadn't died. He was still hanging on. Sully apologized profusely, but here's the really sweet part. The coach got to receive all the messages and memories that families and loved ones usually get to receive after they lose a loved one. This man got to enjoy hearing from so many loved ones before he died, which ended up being about 2 weeks later. And they said it was such a great blessing for him to get to experience that. Such a great reminder for all of us to think about what would be said about us if the same thing happened to us. And we had that 2-week window to hear from everybody the things that get said usually after you die. Great things to think about. Tomorrow is Isaiah 40 through 43. Happy reading!